Welcome, everybody, to Pasadena and the majestic Rose Bowl, one of the unique settings in all of sport. This year's Rose Bowl, presented by Prudential, is a crucial part of the college football playoff. It's time now for the quarterfinals, and for the top four seeds, a time to begin their quest toward the national championship. But they run into a battle-tested team already coming off one playoff victory, trying to shock the world here today and make the semifinals. As we'll see the number 7 seed in this playoff, the UCF Knights, taking on the number 2 seed in the playoff, the Michigan Wolverines. 3A Sports College Football. I'm Chris Fowler here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. We'll see which team's going to be moving on. Kickoff team out there, we're ready to rumble for this college football playoff game. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. So Michigan's offense comes on the field first today. Everything that happens on this field today is just heightened, Kirk, because it happens on this amazing stage at the foot of the San Gabriel Mountains. Nothing like it.
Nothing like it to me in all sports. We've been calling this game for such a long time, and I think we both agree it's one of our favorite games to call each year. And when we get a good matchup like this, it makes it that much better.
Second down play coming up. Takes the handoff again. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Of course they're going to pick up the first down by running the football. You think about Michigan, you think so many legacy, incredible backs that they've had over the years. Tim Biakabatuka and Tyrone Wheatley and Leroy Hoare. God, so many good backs have come through Ann Arbor.
Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. The Wolverines will line up on 1st and 10. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Getting set. Here's second down. Looking to pass this time. Short connection to the tight end here. And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there.
That's what makes this tight end so dangerous. You can flex him out into that slot position. He shows you his versatility. He can be an inline guy that can block, but here he shows you what he can do with his hands.
They'll run it here. Fighting for yardage, but the defense stops him just short of that first down marker.
Well, it seemed like the offense is trying to throw some kind of misdirection with that run there. But give credit to the defense. They were prepared for anything, and they swallowed that running back up. Nice defensive stand.
Takes the football inside the 30, and that's a first down.
I can't believe the call here by this offense. A lot of teams, they're not going to keep it on the ground in this situation. 4th and 1, 4th and inches is one thing. But they needed more than that here, and they line up and hit this defense right in the mouth and pick up a first down. Give a lot of credit to the big boys up front for making that happen. You talk about a confidence booster going forward.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Catch made by the tight end. Tackle at the 6-yard line after the completion. Offense really threatening now.
Well, there's nothing better for an offensive coordinator than having a quarterback kind of get into a rhythm early in this game. Another great completion. This guy is off to a great start in this big playoff game.
Looking to scramble. And it's a throwaway. That's a good call down here in the red zone on first down. Second down and goal. Handoff inside, looking for the touchdown. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Boy, this defense is stepping up here early in this game, really controlling the line of scrimmage. Just nowhere to go on this last play. And now we've got a third down, a big opportunity for this defense to get off the field.
And it's intercepted right near the goal line. Powers through a tackle. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
And just like that, this defense takes advantage of a bad decision by the quarterback, steps in front of him for the interception. Now they've got great field position here early in this game.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. Finds a receiver in the middle of the field. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39. The gain moves the ball to the 39. It'll be first down. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. They give it to the receiver on a jet sweep. Zero running room. Stop right at the line of scrimmage.
Boy, the offense goes with a jet sweep, and the defense is there. That is a tough play to defend, but give them credit for playing with discipline, especially with their eyes, not getting caught up, squeezing inside. They got to the outside and prevented that from being a big play.
Now from the 40, the offense faces a 3rd and long to keep this drive going. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Caught way downfield for a huge gain.
So impressed here, Chris, with this effort by the receiver. This ball's thrown way downfield, and actually it's thrown beyond him. I thought it was too far. This guy somehow lays out and comes down.
Touchdown, nice. Strong game by this quarterback.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. When he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Return starts from inside the 5. When he's got some space here. Gets some blocks. Still going. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Michigan. He just sprints into the end zone. That is an unforgettable moment for that kick return. A touchdown in a playoff game.
Great blocking to set this return up, and of course you can see his natural instincts as a runner. Once he got through that initial surge from the coverage unit, nobody's going to stop him from scoring.
They'll return it from inside the 5. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. And the UCF offense back out on the field now. Remember, last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or the defense come up with a stop? And he stopped after gaining 4 yards, so 2nd and 6. Press coverage now from the secondary. Catch made on the left side. Goes down after making the grab. That's not going to be enough for a first down. Crucial 3rd down play right here. And they pick up the first on the ground. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play. The completion makes it 2nd and short. He's going to hand this off. The Knights pick up enough yardage for a first down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
The tackle is made, just a short gain after the completion. 2nd down play coming up for this offense. From the shotgun, drops back. Caught by the back behind the line of scrimmage. And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one. Challenging spot for the offense. It's 3rd down and long from the 45. And he'll set up to throw. Has no one to throw to there on 3rd down. And now it's a 4th down coming up. The Knights will have to punt this one away. See if he can make a play on this return. He's got some daylight, turning on the speed. Breaking free for a huge return. They finally grab him. Lucky to keep him out of the end zone. The offense will start with great field position. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. Caught over the middle. It's Ware. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass. And completion makes it 2nd and short. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Goes to his right side there for the completion. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first. A new set of downs after that completion. Offense will keep it on the ground here. Breaks one tackle, gets brought down, but picks up some decent yardage.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
That stings for the offense. Penalty will cost him 10 yards. Second down after that previous play. So at the end of one, we are dead even as these teams continue their pursuit of a national championship. Let's take a quick look at the game summary so far. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. We'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Things just appear to be a bit out of sync from the get-go on that one. Give credit to the front seven of that defense for staying in the proper lanes and getting to the ball carrier, not let him dance around and make something out of nothing.
Catch is made down the middle. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game.
If I'm this defense, you get these guys to third down, you better bracket or double team some kind of coverage rolled to this receiver to take him away. This guy makes another big play.
Brought down at the 3. That was a solid run. The Wolverines line up with a first and goal. Keep it on the ground, trying to power in for the touchdown. Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2. It's a second and goal play for the offense. A run to the left, trying to find Pater. Fights his way to the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Chris, we get so caught up in this era of the spread, of throwing the football and the quarterback and the receivers. This is a great example of the value of having a running back that has a nose for the end zone and can take it in for a touchdown.
And they'll set up for the PAT. The extra point gives them a 14-7 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. Fields it just outside the goal line. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. And here comes the UCF offense back out on the field. The last drive they came up empty, had to kick it away. Can they come up with something here? Handoff here from the shotgun. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. There's that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
So a tricky situation here. Third and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. They'll stop him on a small gain here. Tried to run for it on third and long and came up well short. The Knights will bring their punt team onto the field. Looking to kick it away for the second time. No fair catch. Looking to make a return here. And the returner brought down by that coverage team. And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? And here's the handoff. Oh, great juke, and he's in the clear. And a huge gain across midfield, all the way to the 40-yard line. They trust the left side of that offensive line and come up with a huge play on the ground.
Yeah, your favorite, Chris, there. The old pin and pull there to the left side. Great blocking on the left side, able to create a great push. Nice crease, and the back found that with the vision and picks up some big yards for that first down.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Off play action, he's looking to throw. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. And the Wolverines lining up here on 1st and 10. Here comes a throw from the red zone. The pass rush closing in. Launching one to the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. This air attack is still unstoppable. Well, the call was sort of predictable, Kirk, but that tight end is just so tough to stop down here in the red zone.
Listen, speaking on behalf of all quarterbacks, you get down in the red zone, you're looking for that big target that you can trust. He's going to run a good route, and he's got a big wingspan to allow you to make a throw up into the air. He can go up and make a catch over most defenders. Really good execution. They come up with 6.
Now they get set to kick it away. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And the return man brought down. That's decent yardage on that return. Okay, so the UCF offense is back out on the field. They're coming off a quick 3 and out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. Secondary up now, trying to jam these receivers. Hit as he released it. What a job to lay out and make the catch. And the gain just good enough for a first down.
Another great play by this receiver. And I tell you, the offense coordinator is doing a nice job of moving him around. The defense knew coming into this game how tough he'd be to stop, but the way they're utilizing him is making it very challenging to be able to create the matchups that the defense wants.
Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Man, this defense continues to just be physical at the line of scrimmage. Offense can't do anything on the ground, and by doing that, this defense is allowing their defensive front to get pressure on the quarterback. Every time they drop back to throw, they become a one-dimensional offense.
Challenging play for the offense. They face 3rd and long here from their own 43.
I mean, Chris, you have to admire this offense. They continue to try to sprinkle in the run game, even though it's not been able to.
The ball is picked off. Look out, he's got some space. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
That offensive coordinator is going to have some choice words for his quarterback over the phone on the sideline after that throw. You have to be more careful with the football.
Looking for the wideout. Oh, it's incomplete. That's a good job of the defender to break that up. Incompletion makes it 2nd down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. It's a short completion to the big tight end.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. That moves the football inside the 40, and it's another first down.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Tackle made at the 26-yard line. This offense getting closer to the red zone.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up the back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
First down here. Time for one more play before the clock stops for the 2-minute warning. Using his legs on the scramble. What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up 3rd down. And the quarterback dropping back. Looks to the left, and it's complete. Tackle, but first down.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
From the gun, he looks for an open man. He'll try a pass here. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. Well, they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. Not an ideal kickoff as it heads out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Mistake by the kicker, and the offense will set up now at the 40. First down here for this offense. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Caught in the flat by the running back. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
Boy, the defense brought the blitz, but the quarterback not only recognizes it, but knows where to go with the football. Finds the back out of the backfield and picks up a first down.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Easy throw to a wide-open receiver downfield. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. And he finds his tight end for the catch. Brought down, but the completion moves the ball down to the 4. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching.
I mean, how about this offense and this execution? That's 3 plays, 3 completions in the blink of an eye, and now it's first and goal.
Looking to the end zone, and he's got it. Touchdown, UCF.
Hey, Chris, the threat of these receivers to the outside really did a nice job of opening up the interior. And the quarterback reads that, sees that he's got the post wide open to the tight end, makes a great throw for that touchdown.
Point after, not quite through. So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with the touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. And here's the return from inside the 5. They bring him down, but that's good work by the return team. He found the lane, and so this drive is going to start with decent field position. And the Michigan offense back out on the field. In this game, it's been hard to stop. Can the defense make some adjustments, come up with a stop here? So here we go, the first play of the drive, less than a minute to play before halftime. Quarterback making some changes at the line. That player moved a little bit too early to false start.
False start.
And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Trying to create here on the move. He's got it for a big gain. And the offense will now quickly spend a timeout. Solid gain will spot the ball at the 49. First down. Offense looking to throw the ball. Finds an open target on the left side. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play. Tackle made, but the sophomore quarterback showing us the arm strength. On first and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Lets it fly to the wideout. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. All right, second down and goal now for this offense. Stop for no gain, and that'll be the final play of the first half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away.
Number 12, set to kick off.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. And the UCF offense back out on the field now. QB decides to keep it here. making people miss. Tackle made after a solid gain. They'll spot the ball at the 34. The Knights will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense.
Boy, this offense does such a great job of putting the threat of the quarterback and the running back on this defense. It puts the defense in a tough spot because it's really hard to take both away. This time, the quarterback gets out and shows you the speed he has as well.
The offense operating at peak efficiency. They come to the line again.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. And the senior making a disruptive impact play.
Well, you got to do a better job with your fake as the quarterback. The defense did not fight at all on the play action, allowing them to continue to come after the quarterback and come up with that sack.
Snags the quick throw.
Well, it's a game of matchups. Always has been and it always will be, especially on the perimeter. And the quarterback believes his guy is better than their guy.
And he'll drop back here on third down. Quick throw to his receiver. And he's got his man open downfield. Makes the first down, but pays a price. Big hit there at the end. The Knights come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. It's press coverage now from these DBs. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4. No huddle now for the offense. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. So here we go. Third down in the red zone. The kind of play that decides football games. Takes the handoff here, looking to throw it. It's a quick grab. Tackled at the 5-yard line. Now it's 1st and goal right there. Here we go. 1st and goal. A touchdown here gets him right back into this game. A handoff to the back. Couldn't quite get there, but brought down at the 1-yard line. Coming up, 2nd down and goal. Linebackers moving around, trying to confuse the offense. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain.
Well, how about this defense? Just so physical against the run. These guys have not been able to do anything on the ground, and it's because of that defensive line and those linebackers taking away the run game.
Defense is hanging tough here. Now it's 3rd and goal from the 1. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. Touchdown, Knights. Still no answer for the passing game. That kind of execution on a long drive, that's why this team made it in the college football playoff.
That's exactly right. Being able to mix in the run with a pass, picking up first downs, and eventually coming up with the touchdown. That is a tough thing to do, and they made it look easy.
See if they can convert the point after. PHC is good. They still trail, though. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. He's going to return it from near the goal line. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. Takes the ball and heads to the left side. Tackle made after a solid gain. They'll spot the ball at the 34. The offense will set up on 1st and 10.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Ball handed off. And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. And on the carry, he's heading left. A crucial 8-yard gain sets up a makeable 3rd and 2. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. Tackled inside the 40, and it's good enough for a first down.
Well, they continue to play good football up front. Nice run, nice conversion here, and most importantly, working with that lead. You keep working that clock. You're trying to advance to that next round of the postseason.
Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down. A new set of downs after that completion. Takes the ball and heads to the left. Then he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up 3rd down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
Now it's 3rd and short from the 21. Defense trying to make a stand here. And got space, looking to score. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Michigan. So with playoff pressure, Kirk, the offense executes a long, grinding, methodical drive.
You know, the thing I've loved about this offense all year long is their ability to either hit the big play or not have to rely on that. Look at this. They're able to sustain a drive and still come up with points and get the touchdown.
Return starts from inside the 5. The returner loses the football deep in their own territory. The offense recovers the fumble. And here comes the UCF offense back out on the field. They punch it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop them this time. Well, they try the middle, but stuffed for no gain.
The back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around.
Pressured and dropped back at the 8-yard line. 3rd down. This offense could really use a conversion here, down multiple scores. Quarterback drops back. They're going to test the secondary. The defender gets a hand in there to break the pass up. The Knights bring their punt team onto the field. He's on to boot it away now. Gets the kick away from his own end zone. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. He's brought down, but a good effort to make something of that return. And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. In the last possession, the defense just had no answer for this powerful ground game. Let's see what they can do this time. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Important second down play coming up. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Fires it to the wideout. The pass is intercepted. Can he take it all the way? He'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Wow, a risky call by the offensive coordinator, playing with the lead in the playoff in the second half, throwing the football. I don't disagree with it, but now you give this defense a chance to create a turnover, and they capitalize here with the pick.
Well, they test the middle there, but get nothing.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the air if they're going to come back and take the lead in this game at some point.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. On the run, he'll let it go. Oh, that one's picked off.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
Testing the right side here. They bring him down to the 32-yard line.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid game.
So So, Kurt, Michigan has the lead here at the end of the quarter, sitting in a pretty good spot as you wrap up the third quarter, trying to keep those national championship hopes alive. Let's take a quick look at the game stats while we have a chance. All right, here comes the fourth quarter. Everything to play for here. Who is going to stay alive, survive, and advance in the college football playoff? Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Trying to extend the play. Receiver makes the catch. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the first down. Fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
Now I like the run play here. Offensively, at this point in the game, you want to remain in that attack mode first, while also staying in bounds and working that clock.
Here's the second down play. Keeping it on the ground here. Going to try to run inside, but nowhere to go.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
It's caught. Nice pitch and catch. They'll stop him short. The completion gained 5 yards, but brings up 4th down. The Wolverines will come to the line on 4th down, looking to keep the drive going. Finds this receiver. That's enough for the first down. He goes down right there, but it's enough for a fresh set of downs for this offense. So the offense with the 1st and 10 now. The football placed exactly at midfield. It's a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, we got a smart offensive coordinator on our hands today, Chris. Great job of just keep feeding this running back, keep it on the ground, working with the lead in the fourth quarter, force them to use all their timeouts, and just keep working that clock.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. And they'll just try to run some clock here, keeping it on the ground. Only gets a couple of yards there. It'll bring up 4th down. And that's the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to work the clock, getting closer now to an impressive victory. It's 4th down and 4 to try to keep the drive going. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Looks like he's going to run it. Slides down to avoid the tackle. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. The Wolverines with 1st and 10 here. An inside give now from the shotgun. He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. They stop him, but it's a 1st down. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense.